drops, like music.
Just no, just
Oh,
little clips, like the dumbass stuff, or just stuff that we can use here and there. And
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition.
I'm going to step off the limb now. That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
The Alpha Men Podcast is presented by Garage Door Commander. Fueled by a hell of a lot of PBR. And produced by TJ Michaels Creative. Narrated by Jamie Dennis. Graphics by Sven. Dedicated to Hendrik the Viking Poulsen. 2023, all rights reserved.
Seconds. Guidance is internal. 12, 11, 10, 9. Ignition sequence start. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engines running. We have a liftoff. Liftoff on Apollo 11.
You ever notice how men are portrayed in movies and TV shows? Tired of seeing men portrayed as dopey Homer Simpson clones? Tired of the attack on men? Tired of the woke labeling everything as toxic agenda? Tired of the wussification of the American male? Well, then you're in the right place. Look, we love and respect women around here, but the truth is, we're wired differently than the female species. And if there can be a place where the chicks can get together on TV every day, like that awful program The View, we figured there should be a place where guys can be guys, and we're capable of creating an equally horrid program. So get ready. This is a celebration of man. Because after all, who built the Empire State Building? Who built a rocket and landed on the moon? Who created the very computer algorithm that allows you to find this show?
That was created by Ada Lovelace, a woman.
Okay, great. Credit where it's due. But I think we can all agree the algorithm sucks. Who created the automobile? The Egyptian pyramids? Who stormed the beaches of Normandy? We don't talk about feelings here. We will question the validity of your man card. We're not politically correct, and we'll stand up and fight back against a culture that's determined to transform us into a bunch of neutered pansies. This is your weekly dose of toxic masculinity, a show created by men for men. This is the Alpha Men Podcast. And now, two men who don't own a pair of skinny jeans between them, TJ Michaels and John Stacy.
What is going on, you sick, twisted freaks? Welcome to the Alpha Men Podcast. What are you doing?
I don't want to offend anybody. I'll put this away.
Welcome to the Alpha Men Podcast, episode 15. And wow, what a day I had today. We're going to get into that a little bit later on today. But yeah. Well, let's just say it was not a good day.
It was fun.
And we'll tell you more about it later. Listen, thank you for joining us on episode 15. Like and subscribe, wherever you may be watching, whether it be on Twitter or on Rumble, YouTube, or Twitch. And I guess we're now doing an audio version only that's going to Spotify and somewhere else. I don't
Pandora.
Where else? Pandora and Spotify.
iHeart.
Yeah.
iHeart.
We're all over the place. I mean, quite honestly, you can't get away from us. We're like a bad case of VD or something. Like and subscribe. Click the notification bell. It's how you help us grow this thing called the Alpha Men Podcast, a place where it's okay for guys to be guys, a place where you never apologize for being a guy, even though, the culture, the media, the big tech folks want you to do that each and every day. We're here to say, look, this is kind of, we don't like safe spaces, but if there was a safe space for guys, this is it. The Alpha Men Podcast, episode 15, and it's all brought to us by Ohana Sports Cards.
Yeah, I forgot to switch the tag, so it says 14 up there, but it's actually 15.
So it's episode 15.
Yeah.
You had one job, man. You had one job. No, I'm just kidding. We had more than one job. By the way, we don't get paid to do this. We're growing this thing. We're putting everything we have into it. Well, the best way you can support the show is to like and subscribe and share it. But another way is to visit alphamenpodcast.com and check out the Alpha Men store in there. We've got T-shirts and hoodies, and I think there's sweatpants and barbecue aprons. There's all kinds of stuff, koozies and coasters, and well, you name it. All kinds of Alpha Men podcast gear at alphamenpodcast.com. Having said all of that jazz and junk, you ready to do this thing tonight, partner?
Let's do it. Let's check out the man of the week. I'm pretty excited to hear this one.
All righty. Man of the week this week. You know, there is a particular faction in our country that wants to belittle the boys in blue, wants to defund the police. We're not those guys. Okay.
No.
Our man of the week happens to be a police officer by the name of Sergeant Troy Truitt of London, Kentucky. Now, here's what happened. Birthday party, Southern Kentucky. 2-year-old boy, you see him there in the picture along with Sergeant Troy Truitt, jumped into a pool without a life jacket. His mother pulled him out. He was blue. He was unresponsive. He was not showing any signs of life at all. And just then, Sergeant Troy with the London, Kentucky Police Department stepped in, quickly assessed the boy's condition, cleared the surrounding area, started administering CPR. Thanks to his effort, the boy regained consciousness and began breathing again.
Awesome.
And post to social media, the London Police Department praised Sergeant Truitt, saying his acts of selfless heroism deserve recognition and gratitude from both his local community and society at large. And that is very, very true. It reads his dedication to public service and his quick thinking in the face of life-threatening situations serve as an inspiration to us all. And for that, not only does he get that commendation from his employer and all of his neighbors and loved ones and friends in the area, he gets the honor of being the Alpha Men Podcast Man of the Week.
That's awesome. Nothing but the boys in blue. They're awesome. I appreciate it. What? There you go. Muck's having some issues, so
you think so?
Yeah, because I'm trying to do things and it keeps kicking me back. So if we bounce around, it's not my fault.
We'll work through it. We'll become MacGyver. We'll adapt. We'll overcome.
Okay, I'm just letting you all know because it's weird. It's my screen's different over here right now.
This week's signs of the coming apocalypse, because we're all doomed. We start in the Ontario township of Bon Cher Valley. They're in the process of figuring out how to change the name of one of their most famous streets due to frequent thefts of signs bearing the name Harry Dick Road.
I would still steal that sign. Yes, I would.
Now, the story behind all of this is John Henry Harry Dick was born on his rural property in the township of Bon Cher Valley in 1957. His family occupied 3 homes and approximately a 1,600-foot road for 5 generations. So the road ended up, of course, bearing the name Harry Dick Road in the late 1980s or early 1990s when the 911 service was first added to the area. Well, that has become a problem because township officials have confirmed the sign bearing the name Harry Dick Road is stolen about 4 times a year. Officials say they've tried to prevent the thefts by greasing the pole, adding concrete to its base, but the signs continue to disappear. The Dick family, they're a bunch of dicks, said they installed a security camera, too, to try to catch the thieves in the act, but that ended up being stolen along with the sign. The proposition to change the name of the road won support from Mayor Jennifer Murphy, But the Dick family said it would leave them with a new problem. Grandson Harry Dick said his preferred solution would be simply for the thefts to stop. And I don't know, maybe we need to get our man of the week, Sergeant Troy, over there and straighten things out. Next up, New York firefighters called to a burning home. We have some video for you, I believe.
Oh, yeah, it's right there.
Check this out.
Wicked. It does look like a real fire.
Well, the problem is it's a Halloween display.
Wicked.
When decorating for Halloween, they say try not to make it too realistic. Firefighters in Glens Falls, New York, were called to this house to put out a fire and got a surprise when they arrived. The home was a full tilt decorated for Halloween and made to look like a crime scene with a house fire. Luckily, the fire department was impressed and shared on their social media page. To our surprise, this was amazing Halloween decoration. By the way, the display is going to be up Friday and Saturday nights for the public's entertainment through the end of October, and I'm sure many, many, many more calls to 911.
They must have some kind of database saying, okay, don't go to this address because there's a real fire. But now, if it's
I got to tell you, that looks real. If you were driving by that, you would have no idea that was a Halloween decoration.
Hell no. I'm actually going to put it up on the Twitter page right now.
That's absolutely crazy. Next sign of the coming apocalypse. Driver fined after dog captured behind wheel by traffic cameras in Slovakia. Yeah, they say traffic was rough last week in Slovakia. Rough enough that one man decided to let his hunting dog do the driving. Look at the picture. It's absolutely insane. Slovakian police shared the traffic camera picture on Facebook of a large brown dog cheerfully looking through the windshield of a car going down the road, sitting behind the wheel. To make it worse, the dog was doing 6.8 miles per hour over the speed limit.
Speeding dog.
When this all was said and done, the human driver was fined and his assistant was let off with a warning because he's still a good boy.
That's pretty. I mean,
I don't know how you get out of that.
I've had a rough
day.
If
that happened to me, that would be my Christmas card. No questions asked.
Should be driving nothing right now.
And next up, well, you may have heard that the critics and early audiences of the Saw franchise are actually loving the new movie. I don't know if you're a Saw fan, John, but
I've seen them. I'm not fanatic about them, but I've seen them.
It seems like they're not the only ones who find Saw X to be believable and horrifying. Director David Gruder was recently on an interview and said one of the movie's editors, Steve Forn, had the police called in by a neighbor. And he said there was a knock at the door, and they have a doorbell camera, and the police saying, the neighbor's calling and saying someone's being tortured to death in here. Turns out Horn was just editing the movie from his home, and he had to explain that, I'm just in here working on finishing the film, and invited the officers to come in and watch. Of course, they started laughing. They reportedly didn't accept the offer to let Horn get back to work with no further problems, and so that's kind of the deal. Lastly, our final sign of the coming apocalypse. You might remember that last December, McDonald's announced the farewell tour of their popular McRib sandwich. To the dismay of many fans. But apparently taking a page from the rock band Kiss, things have changed at McDonald's. They say the McRib is returning to menus once again.
Thank God.
We're rejoiced.
I'm happy.
It has never been a permanent menu, and usually shows up around Halloween. It looks like that's exactly what's happening now, since McDonald's has confirmed that it's coming back after being rumored on social media for weeks. Excuse me. All of the details still a little fuzzy, but it seems like it will return to McDonald's locations starting in November. by the way, the McRib, just in case you're wondering, consists of boneless pork patty dipped in barbecue sauce, topped with slivered onions and pickles, and served on a toasted home-style bun. It has always been.
I thought it was a unicorn meat.
No, well, we'll get to that in a second. It's always been essentially loved by customers, hated by others, but it's an iconic Mickey D's item, so keep your eyes peeled for it. But there are reasons the McRib is actually unedible. Okay?
What?
520 calories, 28 grams of fat, 890 milligrams of sodium. That's 1/4 of your daily allowance of calories for a sandwich that amounts to little more than a saucy cardboard slab on a bun. All right? The ingredient list is like a novel. It has 70 different characters in it. Okay?
Oh.
And I think it's probably obvious the McRib is not actually rib meat. Okay, so it really could be any part of the animal. It's a restructured meat product. That's what they call it. So they shape it to look like a rack of ribs, even though it has no rib meat. By the way, the process takes about 45 minutes to make.
It takes me about a minute and a half to eat it.
Right. Now, having said all of that, yes, I'll be in line ordering one.
So you're saying all the nutritious facts, that's 1/4 of what your intake is for the day?
Yes.
I'll eat 4
on one sandwich.
I'll eat 4 of those one sitting. Boom.
I know.
All set.
I know. Look at you. We got it. That is this week's signs of the coming apocalypse on the Alpha Men podcast. Alpha Men podcast is proudly presented by Ohana Sports Cards on Facebook. Ohana means family, and that's how they treat their customers, like family. Check out Ohana Sports Cards on Facebook and become part of the Ohana family. Awesome card breaks from football, baseball, basketball, and so much more. Ohana Sports Cards on Facebook. That's OHANA Sports Cards. Ohana Sports Cards.
John's manly meme of the week.
My hands are up. It's doing itself. I have no clue what's going on here.
We got demons. We got demons in the...
It keeps going back. It loops itself back. I'm like, play? No? Fine. All right. So,
manly meme of the week.
This kind of fits for any person over 40.
Mm-hmm.
My organs are watching me take 800 milligrams of ibuprofen on empty stomach and chase it with 2 energy drinks. Everything aches and we're always tired.
It is... That's Sam Elliott, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Looking back, very worried.
That's a good meme.
Yeah, I figured that.
Organs watching me take 800 milligrams of ibuprofen on an empty stomach and chase it with 2 energy drinks. Yeah, that's about right.
Everything hurts. Right. No energy to do it. Yep.
There you go.
So, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was just saying, bring up the next segment about our Pack the Pantry.
Yeah. Well, Pack the Pantry is coming back, and we are excited about it. I believe it is our I don't know. I lose track. It all gets a little foggy when you've done this for this long. I think it's the 22nd or 23rd year. I'm not quite sure.
It's the 22nd for you.
Mm-hmm.
It would be my 19th.
22nd year. John's 19th year.
No, 20th. Sorry, 2 years before you.
Okay.
So
22nd year for me. John's 20th year.
Yeah.
Years and years ago, I created a thing called Stuff a Truck in Barrie, Vermont. And we did it for the Central Vermont Salvation Army Emergency Food Shelf and less fortunate Central Vermont families. And over the years, it has become the largest food drive in New England. And one of my former employers at a group of radio stations that I worked for tried to take my hard work and capitalize on it, and I took it back from them. And so now we do something called Pack the Pantry, which is the same idea. We have a trucking company here locally in Vermont called Bella Vance Trucking, and they give us a 53-foot-long Bella Vance tractor trailer, and we park it at the Price Chopper, which is a grocery store. in Berlin. And John and I live out of the back of it for about 4 days or until it's full. And we raise canned goods, non-perishable food items, and monetary donations. We got the Salvation Army Red Kettle set up. And all of it, 100% of it, goes to feeding single moms and dads who are trying to get back on their feet, elderly folks who are trying to decide whether to buy their medicines or heating oil for the winter or food. And it's a really important cause. We're really, really proud of it. And it's kind of become the way that we usher in the holiday season here in Vermont through Pack the Pantry. Because it happens the week right before Thanksgiving. It's a real nice warm and fuzzy where we decide that, yeah, you know what, we can make our part of the world a better place to live, and we can take care of each other, and we care enough to do so. And so we have, in years past, we filled 22 trucks, 23, because one year we did 2.
Yes, that's
23
right.
tractor trailers.
2015 we did 2.
What it allows the Central Vermont Salvation Army to do is to operate the emergency food shelf for little or zero additional funding for the entire year. So when you can have that kind of impact on an organization, it's pretty special. And so we're hoping you're going to get off your can and lend us a helping hand with some canned goods and non-perishable food items or monetary donations as well. Now, one of the things that makes this year's event so important is that, as you may well know, if you listen to the show every week or view this show every week, here in Central Vermont, we experienced some really, really awful, terrible flooding in July. In fact, there are businesses on Main Street in the state capitol, which is about 3 miles away from me, that just opened this past week. They're having a big grand opening in Montpelier this week because they're finally coming back from a mid-July, early July
Wait, you said Montpelier.
flood event. Yeah.
So that's the location is in Montpelier?
No, I'm just saying that the area as a whole really got pounded. And Montpelier just came back this week. A lot of the businesses.
I was reading as you're talking. Sorry.
So one of the things that makes this year's event that's really important is not only did the Salvation Army bring in a disaster relief team from all over New England to come help people muck out their houses, to feed them, to clothe them, to do whatever was necessary to help people get back together in our area. But they also were doing a lot of the feeding up at the shelter where people who had lost everything in their homes were. And so they have depleted their entire emergency food shelf. It's like old Mother Hubbard's cupboard right now. So it's completely bare. And that means there is nothing for people who are really in trouble. So this year's event is really important. Add to that the Salvation Army Family Store in my hometown of Barrie here, which is one of the sources of funding for the emergency food shelf. They completely lost that store. It has not reopened. It's been closed since July. And so this year's event is really, really important. So in the coming weeks, we're going to have things called collection kits that we're going to let you know about that you can download. And it allows you to organize a canned food drive at your place of business, at your work, at church, at school. And it has signage and everything else and a letter that you can distribute to everyone, kind of telling them what you're doing. You can even do it in your neighborhood to get us started, to get going, to fill that 53-foot long tractor trailer. Now, one of the events that has come along in recent years has been the cornhole tournament, which is a big, big deal, which happens Tuesday night before the event. And our friend Johnny Racer puts the whole thing together, and John does uses his connections at NASCAR to get some cool things for a silent auction, and it's become a big part of the monetary end of what we raise. And so,
we got some raffle items so far. We got Portland Auto Glass up up in Barry, Berlin, has donated a couple things.
Yep.
Splash of Sass has donated a makeup kit.
Yep.
Autumn Rays Acres has donated a butcher box of meat.
Nice.
I got a Dale Jr. signed officials pit crew T-shirt or a shirt, officials pit crew shirt signed by Dale Jr.
Nice. Now that
Race
would
City
be Dale Jr., the race car driver, not Dale Jr. from Williamstown.
Yep. Mr. number 88.
Okay. All right. Just making sure.
So, what else? There's Race City Memorabilia donated a hat signed by quite a few team owners, crew chiefs, and drivers. I actually saw it this weekend. There's probably, 15, 18 signatures on there.
Nice. Very nice.
Thunder Road, I'm Barry, donated a season's pass again.
Very good.
And I'm donating 2 VIP garage or pit passes for most any NASCAR event. There's a couple that I've already been taken, but I'll make sure you're taken care of. It'll be 2 passes for one event for a NASCAR event. So far, that's been donated.
Very good. It is Pack the Pantry. It is what night's the cornhole tournament?
Tuesday night, the 14th.
Okay. And Pack the Pantry happens November 16th, 17th, and 18th at Price Chopper in Berlin, Vermont, and we'd love to see you there.
Come on.
For the verdict, this is Manhood. All rise. The sometimes honorable TJ Michaels presiding.
That is the great thing about doing a show live. Sometimes it doesn't go the way that you want to, and sometimes you have some technical issues, and hey, you know what? You roll with it. That's all there is to it. It is man court time. If you have a problem and you don't know how to solve it, and you need the help of the Freak Jury and Man Court, tell us about it. Send your Man Court submissions online to alphamenpodcast.com or through one of our social media sites. Tonight's case is the case of the Fiery Diary. It is docket number 231010. Our plaintiff is Kevin from Toledo, Ohio. He writes, "Hey, John and TJ, I'm Kevin. I'm from Toledo, Ohio, and I need some man court action and the Freak Jury to help me with an argument I'm having with my wife right now. My wife and I have been married for 15 years, and we have 2 children. The other day, I woke up in the middle of the night and saw she was writing in a small book while I was sleeping next to her. When I asked, 'The hell are you doing?' She told me she kept a small diary about our family, and she's done it since the day we got married. When I asked her, 'Can I read it?' she said, 'No, it's private.' And that's when we started to argue.
That's when it started.
When she said, 'No, it's private,' it made me think, hey, there's a lot of bad stuff in there about me, probably. Okay.
Fair enough.
And she swears that it's not loaded with bad things about me, but just personal thoughts that she wants for just herself. I disagree. If she found out I had a journal about our lives, she'd want to read it too. Am I being an a-hole for wanting to read her diary and angry that she won't let me read it? Kevin in Toledo, Ohio." There, Kevin.
Well.
All right, Freak Jury. You can chime in your comments. You can put your comments right in the video that you're watching, and they'll show up on the screen here as we try and give Kevin a help here on Man Court. I see this kind of both ways. And the reason I see it both ways is I'm all about being open and honest with your partner. Like,
yep.
Honestly, if you're going to spend the rest of your life together, there really shouldn't be any secrets between you at all. That's just all there is to it. And then yet, I also understand wanting to have some thoughts that are purely yours, and not for others to read.
I agree.
And so, this is a tough one, really, to be quite honest with you.
My opinion is Let her have her thing.
Oh, here's the deal. Put it on you, John. If you woke up in the middle of the night and Emily was writing in her journal about me, of course. Uh, no. If Emily was writing in her journal and you said, "Hey, let me read it," and she said no, I'm guessing you'd probably be okay with that.
Yeah, I mean she's got a
Okay,
problem. She writes it out, but it's fine. As long as she ain't yelling at me.
right. However, if she woke up, and let's assume you can actually write, you were writing in a diary,
Such a dink.
and she said, "Can I read it?" and you said no, I'm guessing she'd probably be upset with you.
She'll be reading it eventually.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. So it is a kind of double-edged sword. And I'm wondering, is it that way for some people? C Lad says, because John don't know how to read.
Oh, I got something for you.
Listen. All right. So I'm wondering if it's that way. Well, but it can't be that way. Men are from Mars, women are from Venus, and we're programmed differently. That's the way that it is. But in this case, it's Kevin who really, really wants to read this thing and doesn't know. See, in my case, if my wife was writing a journal about me, I'm kind of with John, or about the family, or about wanting to have personal thoughts. If she writes it out and it causes me less pain and heartache, and that she's not yelling at me, I'm okay with it. I really am.
Yeah.
I don't really care. As long as I'm long dead before anybody else reads that diary.
Yeah, that's right.
I
agree with you.
I kind of think, Kevin, you're being an a-hole.
Yeah.
If it comes down to it, I think you're kind of being an a-hole. I think there's a difference between secrets between a couple, keeping secrets from each other, and thoughts. In other words, you're not entitled to keep secrets from your partner, but you are entitled to have your own thoughts.
Yeah.
That makes sense?
100%. I totally agree with you.
I hope it helps. That's Man Court tonight on the Alpha Men podcast.
There's nothing more manly than motorsports. These are John's red flag moments.
Well. Been waiting all day for the show.
Oh, boy.
I had a nice little meme, and the meme is video is very similar.
Red flag moment.
Yeah, a video of red flag moment. I had a video from the Roval race. Ricky Stenhouse car caught on fire. Had pizza roll logos on the side.
Yeah.
I was just say the pizza rolls are well done. And then 6:30 this morning, you lit that candle.
So a funny thing happened on the way to work this morning. It's been a really, really bad day for me, and I'm trying not to let it affect the show. But 5:55 a.m. this morning, I was headed to work to one of my accounts that I sold to, and things were going along fine. All of a sudden, I saw a flash in my driver's side mirror, a bright flash, and it continued to glow, but I couldn't see actually what it was. It was coming from underneath the car. At that point, I decided to pull over. As I was pulling over, the pedal got a little squirrely, like soft, the acceleration pedal.
Yeah.
And then the motor quit as I was pulling onto the side of the berm, and all the lights came on the dash. And then, as I came to a stop, Fire came rolling out from underneath my hood before I even stopped.
There's the footage.
There's my Kia Sportage at 6 o'clock this morning. Or should I call it a Kia Exploder? I don't know. Yeah. Now, here's the thing about what happened this morning. I had exactly 45 seconds from the time I saw the flash in my mirror to the time I pulled over, got the car stopped, grabbed my iPad that I use for work, my phone, and unbuckled my seatbelt and opened the door of the car. As I was exiting the car, the flames were coming inside the passenger cabin. I have never, ever seen a car go up in flames like that. It burned to the ground this morning. I waited 10 minutes, called 911, waited 10 minutes for the fire department from the East Montpelier, Vermont Fire Department to show up, who did a fantastic job, by the way.
10 minutes. That's good for the
And
volunteer
put the
department.
fire out. But it is good. It is good. However, I will say this. It is not good when you're hopeless standing alongside the road watching your car burn. 10 minutes is a long time, all right?
Yeah.
Not a long time in firefighting standards, and I'm not dogging the fire department at all. They did a terrific job.
You didn't get hurt. You didn't get hurt at all.
I didn't get hurt at all, but it got me thinking. If my kids were in that car, or if I was driving that car with a young family with car seats and everything else, it would have been a different story. I cannot explain to you how quickly that fire spread. And there was a guy that showed up maybe 5 minutes before the fire department showed up.
Yeah.
And he was carrying a great big fire extinguisher. And I said to him, I'm like, by this time, the thing is a fireball. I mean, the fire is in the front seats, in the back seats, it's in the trunk, it's underneath it, it's in the engine compartment, it's rolling up over the roof of the car. I said, you're not putting that out with that fire extinguisher. And he did. He emptied the whole canister onto the car, did nothing. And I thank my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, for watching out over me, because I got to tell you, 45 seconds is not a lot of time. And it could have been a very different story. So I'm thankful I'm alive. And now, cars can be replaced. The insurance company will figure that out. And I got a rental car. That's the way it goes. But very scary.
You need to get some better camera, just so you know.
Yeah, my camera's got issues. I don't know what it is with my camera. I got this cell phone thing. It's got the three lenses on the back. One of the lenses in it is loose.
Oh.
And so everything I record from this side of the camera is blurry. But if I do this side of the camera, it's not blurry. So
I watched the whole video from when it started. Well, it started, but when you started the video, till the end, that was 9 minutes, and that thing was gone. And the fire department showed up, so that was impressive. I'm glad you're okay. I mean, I like giving you a lot of crap, but
it was scary. It was pretty scary.
I mean, real man would continue to go to work and just push the car to work.
Right. Flintstoned it? Yeah, shut up.
I'm just saying. That's what I would have
done. Made it through. And everybody's asking me, hey, I had somebody say, hey, I got $100 for you if you're having a hard time. I'm like, look, dude, keep your money. Save it for Pack the Pantry. This is tough. I'll get through it. That's what you got insurance for. And
if you want to see the footage, it's on Twitter now.
Okay. Well, great. So. That's wonderful. Yeah.
It's only a clip. I didn't put the whole thing.
It's just all my hopes and dreams burning up right in front of my face. That's No. Look, it's a Kia. It's not a big deal. It's not like it was a Ferrari.
You said there's some recalls on there, right?
There are, yeah. Yeah, there are. I'm gonna, you know what? I don't have the bandwidth right now to worry about it. I'll let the insurance company and Kia and everybody else fight it out. And As long as I got a way to get to work and continue to have a job, I'm happy. That's all there is to it. So that is John's red flag moment tonight. Thanks
for
buddy.
Thanks for the content.
I appreciate it. Yeah, thanks. It's the Alpha Men Podcast.
Who needs a foot in the ass? The Alpha Men Podcast presents
My foot into this thing called your ass.
the Red Foreman Awards.
You dumbass.
Anything more awesome than Red Foreman on that 70s show?
No.
I'm telling you, we hand out the Red Foreman Awards every week to the biggest idiots, dolts, morons, the people, the company, the organizations who need the old Red Foreman.
Or you'll have a classic case of foot stuck in ass.
There you
drinking
go.
my-
Foot.
I was drinking my beer.
Foot in the ass. You're not supposed to drink the beer till the beer segment.
I got another one. These are damn good. I'll tell them
Okay.
after, but they're good.
Our first Red Foreman Award tonight, and the envelope, please, goes to 35-year-old Paul Herrera. He's an Australian man who reportedly made his girlfriend believe that he had been kidnapped so that he could spend New Year's Eve with his mistress. Yes, Paulie
balls.
narrowly avoided jail time after he admitted before a judge that he had concocted an elaborate lie to hide his infidelity from his girlfriend, wasting tens of thousands of taxpayer dollars in the process in Australia. Of course, it all went down December 31st of last year when the Australian man from Wollongong. Why is that important? It's not really. I just wanted to say Wollongong. Right? Called his girlfriend to tell her that he was meeting his finance guy. Something's fishy here. It's New Year's Eve. Who the hell meets their finance guy on New Year's Eve? I'm just asking. But anyway, he was in reality going to see his mistress at one point in order to buy themselves some time. The couple messaged Herrera's girlfriend again, this time pretending to be a kidnapper who promised to deliver him safe and sound the next day. The one thing Paulie Boy didn't think about, nor his mistress, was his girlfriend's panic after reading the message. Fearing for his life, the woman immediately notified police to report his kidnapping, and a strike force was immediately established to locate and rescue the victim. So Paul and his mistress were spending some quality time together. While that was happening, the police district was spending 200 hours of police work, equivalent to more than $25,000 of taxpayer money, on trying to find him. So since Paul Herrera faced up, he is going to avoid jail time, but it was considered he was going to go away for 7 years for making up the story. Instead, he was ordered to pay $16,218.11 to the New South Wales government in retribution for work done by police. Excuse me. And was also sentenced to 350 hours of community service.
Dumbass. You dumbass.
Next up, go ahead.
No, I was just saying he is that straight up just being stupidity, just beyond dumbass.
Our next Red Foreman Award goes to 65-year-old Michael Arnold of New Hampshire. Now, this is kind of a local story because Vermont and New Hampshire kind of are the same place. It seems Mikey has been accused of stalking a woman in New York with his small airplane flying out of an airport in Vermont.
What the hell? How do you stalk someone?
So wait a minute. We've got a guy from New Hampshire flying out of Vermont to stalk a woman in New York. You following along here? He was buzzing the woman's house repeatedly with his single-engine Cessna 180, even though he'd been ordered not to. Look, if they've already told you, don't fly your plane over her house, and you're still doing it, you probably have a problem. All right?
Dumbass.
Authorities had been investigating Arnold on suspicion of stalking the woman for several years. They say for nearly 4 years, Cassie Willis says she's been harassed by Arnold, who's been buzzing her property and terrorizing her family. He flies so close to the house that it feels like he's going to go through it. It's a nightmare that just doesn't stop. She says she and her family would be woken up at 7 a.m. at least 3 times a week by the sound of Arnold's plane. She also alleges that Arnold has even pelted her home and yard with tomatoes from the air. This guy's hardcore.
What's his reason?
Now wait, it gets better.
Oh,
Arnold
God.
has also been accused of sexting her with a photo of himself partially naked and bound in bed.
Oh,
Now we know why. Now we know why.
Wait,
As for
bound-
Arnold's point of view, he says, I have no interest in that woman whatsoever. I never have. They're accusing me of aggravated stalking. I just like to fly over the town to get pictures for the community pages. Yeah.
the same house?
And about the pictures of you with a ball gag handcuffed to the bed, half naked? What is that about?
We don't have a POS button. We just have a dumbass. He's beyond dumbass.
Congratulations. You get an award this week. A Red Foreman.
Or you'll
from
have
the
a
Alpha Men
classic
Pod.
case of foot stuck in ass.
That one.
Yeah. Our next award goes to Toko the Man Dog.
That's not a dog. That's not a man.
That is a man. Okay, you
Holy
may have heard the
crap.
story. You may have heard the story of Toko. Toko spent a ton of money. In fact, $16,000 on a suit to get a lifelike dog costume made so he could, quote, become an animal.
Holy crap. That looks so real.
But here's the deal. Now there's problems. There's trouble in canine paradise for Toko.
Oh, no.
He's upset about the way that, he's not upset about the way that people treat him when he's in his costume. But he is upset about the way other dogs are treating him. Are you kidding me?
What the hell?
Shut the front door. All right, listen. We're not going to have a discussion about. Look, I'm already having a hard time in society with this whole woke stuff. All right, we're not going to have. That's what we're doing. No, seriously.
Oh, the dog's going to smell him.
Here's the deal. All right, talking about the dogs he's bumped into while out on walkies. That's what Toko calls them. He says, they seemed a little surprised, and unfortunately, they did not treat me as an equal. Oh, for the love of Pete.
Dumbass.
Come on, man. You're going to make my head explode. All right? He says his goal now. He says his goal now is to find other people who enjoy dressing up as dogs to play with, which you would assume is going to lead him to some especially weird parts of the internet. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Now we've got equal rights and discrimination for people wearing dog suits by dogs. I hope you're following along here. I mean, I hope this is sinking in.
This country is so messed up.
This is how stupid this is all getting. All right, it is not. It's incredible.
He's had a rough day.
I'm sorry. I need to take a breath here.
$16,000. He got his money's worth, but he's not going to smell like a dog, no matter what he does. This ain't Walking Dead where you cover yourself in zombie guts and smell like the zombies.
The dogs didn't treat me as equal. Shut up.
Hold on. I'll fix that for you. Where is it?
I don't remember asking you. Shut the fuck up.
There you go.
All right.
I like that one today.
Finally, we have two more. Sorry. 38-year-old Stephanie Boyd is our next Red Foreman Award winner tonight. She is of St. Louis County, Missouri. She was arrested after driving for miles with her husband on the hood of her car.
Oh.
St. Louis County, Missouri police pulled her over, charged her with felony assault because her husband was on the hood of her vehicle. An investigation showed that Boyd and her husband got into an argument. She jumped into the car, driving off with him on the hood. Her route included a trip down I-70 through a construction zone, driving recklessly. The total trip was more than 8 miles long. She was charged with first-degree domestic assault and resisting arrest. Her bond was set at $100,000, which I might add is probably more expensive than a divorce attorney. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but 8 miles, man, that guy had a hell of a grip.
Yeah. Lastly, our final award tonight goes to George Demarius of Bismarck, North Dakota. Now, George, you see in the picture there, looks like stable, well-rounded guy, right?
Going to McDonald's eat a McRib.
He's in custody tonight after pulling a gun on a guy who refused to buy him a Happy Meal at McDonald's.
Huh.
Yeah. According to the arrest affidavit, Demarius approached a customer who was walking into the fast food chain's Saturday afternoon and asked him to buy him a Big Mac or a Happy Meal. When the customer reportedly told the job to go get a job, Demarius followed him into the busy restaurant and pointed a gun at him, saying he had acted disrespectfully. He then proceeded to call the customers a son of a bitch before putting the gun away and walking out. Now, when cops showed up at the scene following the incident, they were able to track Demarius along with a 9mm handgun, which was being held by his, wait for it, 1-year-old daughter inside her stroller.
Holy crap.
Dumbass.
He's been taken into custody. He's been taken into custody and charged with terrorizing with a dangerous weapon. And that is the Red Foreman Awards tonight on the Alpha Men podcast.
I don't even got nothing for this idiot. Holy crap.
Alpha Men podcast is proudly presented by Ohana Sports Cards on Facebook. Ohana means family, and that's how they treat their customers, like family. Check out Ohana Sports Cards on Facebook and become part of the Ohana family. Awesome card breaks from football, baseball, basketball, and so much more. Ohana Sports Cards on Facebook. That's OHANA Sports Cards. Ohana Sports Cards. Can I tell you that there are things that ChatGPT knows that you don't want to know?
You see the graphics?
I do see that.
I changed it.
Oh, you did? There you go. That thing is freaking creepy.
That's why
that thing is creeping me out right now.
Yeah, that's why I put it up.
So, this week there's a big thing about asking ChatGPT to write your obituary.
That's gonna be fun.
Considering what happened to me today, might have been used. So we did it. We asked ChatGPT to write an obituary for John and for me. And I got to tell you, I am wickedly creeped out.
So before you
by
say
how much this thing knows. All
just,
right.
Yeah, tell everybody what you typed before.
I typed write an obituary for radio personality TJ Michaels.
There you go.
And for John, I typed write an obituary for NASCAR official John Stacy. Okay. That's it.
That one.
That's all I typed. And this is what ChatGPT came up with. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
I think we need some music. Do we have some music to kind of... There we go. Should we do me first or you first?
We'll go with you first. Some music. I feel like I'm at a funeral.
In loving memory of TJ Michaels, it is with heavy hearts that we announced the passing of a beloved radio personality, TJ Michaels, who left us on date of passing. TJ was a vibrant and dynamic presence in the world of radio, and his loss leaves a void that can never quite be filled. He was, age at time of passing, years old.
55.
Of course, no, not 55. Shut up. Okay? Of course, it doesn't know any of that because I asked it to write an obituary and tell it, right? Born on February 16th of 1973. What? How does this thing know my date of birth?
You didn't put your date of birth in there?
No!
Oh.
TJ Michaels' journey through life was marked by an unwavering passion for music and an innate ability to connect with his audience. His voice was the soundtrack to countless lives, and his charisma and wit brightened the airwaves for over 35 years. I kind of am liking ChatGPT right now. I'm just
Sounds creepy.
telling you. TJ began his illustrious career at WLYC in 1988. Holy crap. I don't know how this thing knows this, all right? And quickly rose to prominence with his engaging and eclectic playlists. He had an uncanny talent for introducing listeners to new music and was known for his deep knowledges of various music genres. All true, by the way. His shows were a sanctuary for music enthusiasts, a place where they could discover new tunes, relish old favorites, and most importantly, feel like they were in the company of a true friend. Damn, this thing is good. This thing is good. All right?
That's freaking creepy.
Beyond his impressive radio career, TJ was also a dedicated philanthropist. He frequently used his platform to support various charitable causes, and his generosity touched the lives of many in our community. His commitment to making the world a better place, holy crap, which is a phrase I use all the time, by the way, through his influence was truly inspiring. TJ leaves behind a legacy of laughter, joy, and the incredible ability to make people feel heard and understood. He's survived by his loving family, which they don't have, okay? And his parents, who were a constant source of strength and inspiration throughout his life. While we mourn the loss of this radio legend, sorry, I kind of just like the sound of that. Let us also celebrate the remarkable life he lived. TJ's impact on the world of music and broadcasting will never be forgotten. And his memory will live on in the hearts of all the lives he touched.
Oh, excuse me.
A memorial service to honor TJ Michaels will be held on date and time and location. In lieu of flowers, the family kindly requests donations be made to the Central Vermont Salvation Army in his name.
It wrote that?
No, it didn't. I added that, but
that
one I added just because we got Pack the Pantry coming up.
Oh, that's true.
As we bid farewell to TJ, let us remember the words he shared with us daily.
Start to the P.
Keep the music alive and let it be the soundtrack of your life. TJ, your music will continue to echo in our hearts forever.
Cheers,
and
TJ.
Your spirit will remain forever vibrant in our memories. Rest in peace, dear friend. Your voice may be silent, but your melody will forever linger on.
Stop right there. I'm going to tell you right now, if you die before me and I write your obituary somehow,
yeah,
you are nothing like that. Just so you know.
What do you mean I'm nothing like that? I'm exactly like that.
No, I'm going to portray it if I get to speak.
Oh, I know you're not going to write nice things about me. Come on. I know that.
You're screwed.
Dude, it's the other same way around. If I ever get a chance to write, like, you know.
I don't want to hear
really,
I'm scared now.
We say goodbye to my younger, dumber, uglier, fatter younger brother. But, dude, I don't like all of that.
That was
Chat
creepy.
GPT, with the exception of the Salvation Army. That's the only thing I added. Okay. Chat GPT came up with all of that. And ask me right now, C lad, I don't like you. Ask me C lad says it takes AI to say something nice about TJ. That's not true, C lad. All right. Ask me how long it took for
How,
for it to spit that back to me after I said, write an obituary for radio personality TJ Michaels.
how long?
How long?
How long? How long it take?
About a quarter of a second. It came back to me.
With all that information.
Seriously. With all that, the whole thing written out.
Oh.
Okay? The whole thing written out.
What's mine gonna say? Oh God, now I'm nervous.
Well, I think we need to set the mood. I think we need some music to.
There you go.
This is gonna be tough.
Like, here.
Just
I got
hold
you a
on.
tissue.
Give me a moment.
I got you a tissue.
In loving memory of NASCAR official Jonathan Stacy. It is with heavy hearts and profound sadness that we announce the passing of John Stacy, a beloved figure in the world of NASCAR officiating. John left this world on date of passing, surrounded by his family and loved ones. He was, age at passing, years old. John was born on, now didn't know your date of birth, okay?
That's good.
In place of birth, didn't know that either. 2 parents' names, okay? So there's some holes in yours. However, it goes on. And from a young age, young Jonathan exhibited an unwavering passion for motorsports. Throughout his life, John dedicated himself to the sport he loved, becoming a highly respected and influential NASCAR official.
Right.
John's journey with NASCAR began as a humble trackside official, where he honed his skills and deepened his knowledge of the sport at his little hometown track. Hello?
That's
right?
Frickin'
Pretty dead on. Started at the nation's site of excitement, Barry's Thunder Road, right? That creeped me out when I read that. Okay. Over the years, his dedication and expertise were evident to all who crossed his path, leading him to ascend the ranks within NASCAR officiating. He became known for eating a shit ton of sandwiches. No, for fairness. Sorry, I just couldn't help myself. He became known for fairness, integrity, and unwavering commitment to ensuring NASCAR races were conducted with the utmost professionalism and adherence to the rules. Whew, this is heavy, man. This is heavy. Beyond John's professionalism, John Stacy had a genuine and warm personality that endeared him to drivers, to teams, and fans alike. He was a source of inspiration and encouragement to many aspiring officials and those climbing their way up the NASCAR ladder. Always willing to share his wisdom, but not his sandwiches. No, sorry, I added that. And support their growth within the sport. In addition to his professional accomplishments, John was a loving husband, father, and friend. He cherished moments spent with his family, and his love for them is immeasurable. His infectious smile, sense of humor, his kind heart, it will all be dearly missed by those who know him. You see, John leaves behind a legacy that will forever be etched into the fabric of NASCAR. His passion, his dedication, his ability to eat 17 road dogs at the
Martinsville Dogs.
right Martinsville dogs at the trackside hot dog stand. No, his unwavering commitment to the sport have left an indelible mark. His memory will continue to live on in the hearts of those who have had the privilege of knowing him. A memorial service to celebrate John's life will be held on date of memorial service, at location of memorial service. In lieu of flowers, the family kindly respects that donations be made to charity of choice in John's honor. See, it didn't know some things. In the world of NASCAR and in the hearts of those who loved him, John Stacy will always be remembered as a... Oh, come on, I can't say it. As a true legend. And a remarkable individual who left an enduring impact on the sport he cherished. May he rest in peace, knowing his legacy will continue to take that checkered flag and race on.
That's creepy. That's so weird. Dude, that's freaking weird. I'm gonna have to try that out.
If I can type into Chat GPT 7 words or whatever it is, I didn't count, but well, let's see here. Write a obituary for radio personality TJ Michaels. 8 words.
Use your fingers.
And in a quarter of a second, it spits out that whole thing. Where the hell do you think this thing is going? How is this thing not going to take over the world?
Oh, it will be in our time, I bet. But I bet you our children will start seeing some major.
All right, we got to change that graphic because I can't stand that thing staring at me. I can't. I look over at the screen and I'm like, stop staring at
me. She's like, you suck.
Yeah. We're going to try to do this every week, or really? At least when we have the idea of doing it.
Set some ideas.
A segment called Ask GPT. Okay.
Send us some.
And I got to tell you,
let us know.
There are some things you don't want to know. Like I was when it spit that obituary back to me like that, and the things it knew, I was creeped out. Seriously creeped out. Ask GPT. We will try and make it a reoccurring feature here. But there you have it. You have our obituaries all ready to go in case something happens.
Vader says that robot's not blinking. It's freaky.
Yeah, it's really freaky. It's really freaky.
That's a mascot now from here on out.
There you go. The Alpha Men podcast mascot.
Yeah. No, for Chat GPT.
Chat GPT. Yeah. So that is Ask Chat GPT tonight on the Alpha Men podcast. All right, it is the Alpha Men on Sports, a segment we call Your Team Sucks. And we start tonight with the WNBA Finals between the New York Liberty and the Las Vegas.
Whoa.
No, actually, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No one cares.
Don't be good on that right there. I don't have time for that crap.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares. We are going to start with the round of 12. And
round of 8 now.
It's now the round of 8 in NASCAR. A first, a second, the round of 12 average finish for William Byron, 1.67. This guy is on fire. All right. Acting every bit.
He is.
The number one. Actually, I probably shouldn't be using the word on fire tonight.
That was Ricky Stenhouse's. Ricky Stenhouse.
Right. William Byron is really acting every bit the part of the number one seed.
Yeah, he's 20 points ahead.
Yeah, going into round 8. The round of 8 is here, and so is Byron. win at the Texas Motor Speedway on September 24th gave the number 24 Hendricks Motorsports driver an additional 5 playoff points to add to his tally, creating the separation from second-seeded Martin Truex Jr., who's going the other way, right?
He's 15 points ahead
Yeah.
of Hamlin, who's in third.
Right. Only 5 markers separate the two competitors, but Truex is struggling mightily. By his standards, the 2017 Cup champion has won 3 races this year, but really hasn't finished at, even inside the top 15 during the postseason, which doesn't win you championships. Okay.
No, he's had some tough times lately, but I mean, that guy, he can wheel a car. He just needs the right opportunity.
So 20 points over with Byron entering the round of 8. And of course, the next divide set to occur after races at Las Vegas, Homestead, Miami, Martinsville, and following Martinsville, the 4 drivers will ship to Phoenix to fight for the Cup championship, and the other 4 will see their title hopes erased. So Truex sits 15 points above the elimination line. Denny Hamlin has 11 points. Kyle Larson is 4th with 3 points.
Yep.
And on the outside looking in are Chris Buescher, Christopher Bell, Tyler Reddick, and Ryan Blaney. And this week we got rid of Bubba Wallace,
Kyle Busch,
Brad Keselowski. Who's the other one? There's another one. I don't know.
Ross Chastain.
Oh, Ross, Watermelon Man. Yeah.
So of the eight, who is the Final Four?
Well, I'm going to answer this question because you shouldn't. All right.
I'm gonna answer as a fan point of view. I mean, just a point. I'm not gonna answer as a officiator at all. So, I don't care who wins, really. I really don't. I mean, I want to see somebody win it, but hey, if I had to pick 4 guys, I'll give my 4 guys right off the bat.
Well, I wanted Harvick to be in the final go down.
Yeah, I mean Harvick. I mean that'd have been awesome. Watch him walk out and take the final.
Then somebody put some weird parts on his car and
took some out or something.
Yeah. So
I wouldn't mind seeing Buescher take it. I wouldn't mind seeing Blaney, Hamlin, any of them, really, honestly. But I think the Cinderella story is probably gonna be Buescher, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm probably going with Buescher because I'm a Mark Martin fan at heart for years and years and years and years, and I like Jack Roush and so Roush Fenway Keselowski Racing is somebody I want to see that organization get back to being a top team.
Yeah.
So I'm probably in line with seeing Chris Buescher do well, but he's got to pick it up, man. They got to do something to.
He's 3 out on the bubble.
Yeah, they got to do something, and they got to do something to knock William Byron off his game. You know, he's got to have some bad weeks here for anything to happen because he's just on. I can't say it. I shouldn't say he's on fire. I probably shouldn't do that.
He's on fire
today. All righty, next up,
he's on a rail.
If you're following college football, a lot of upsets this past weekend. Top 25 college football Saturday. None of them raised more eyebrows than number 17 Miami's 23-20 loss to Georgia Tech. Now, here's the deal: the Hurricanes, they had this game won. Okay, it was over. All Coach Mario Cristobal had to do was, just down it, take a knee. That's all he had to do. Let the clock run out.
Yep.
Instead, he decides he's going to call a running play and finish strong, which resulted in a fumble and a turnover. Gave Georgia Tech just enough time to fire off a last-second touchdown pass, and I mean last second, to steal the win. And,
he's got to feel this big.
I feel like the guy in what is it? Maybe it was Happy Gilmore or Billy Madison. I'm not sure which one. You blew it! All right.
You suck. That's that guy.
Yeah, right. Cristobal made no excuses after the game, admitting I got a little carried away with the game, and I failed to finish properly.
That's a big game too.
That is a huge game. Huge game. By the way, other big upsets this weekend. Number 10 Notre Dame, Fighting Irish, lost to number 25 Louisville 33-20. Number 13, Washington State lost to unranked UCLA, 25-17. So,
Wow.
love college football. Penn State University proud. We are ranked 6th in the nation, by the way. We will move on. You might recall last week, Buffalo Bills wide receiver Stephon Diggs channeled his inner Stone Cold Steve Austin because Stephon Diggs says so. He grabbed a couple of cans of beer from fans in the stands after a touchdown and in celebration smashed them together a la Stone Cold. As cool as it was to see on TV, the brass at the NFL, who have no sense of humor and really, quite honestly, are ruining the game, didn't seem to be as impressed. In fact, the league decided the beer-soaked celebration was worth a $13,659 fine. And yet, how many times did the television networks and the highlight reels play that clip of that happening? And how many times did fans go, that was cool? And yet the NFL goes, yeah, no, not cool. We're going to find you. Ridiculous. Okay. By the way, $13,659, slightly cheaper than the price of 2 stadium beers. Just saying.
Yeah, slightly.
That's going to bring us to week 6 predictions. You ready? Let's do it.
I'm trying to find my list I wrote up.
I was looking in my crystal ball. That's all right. You can follow along. Looking in my crystal ball last night, pigskin prognosticator that I am, and came up with the week 6 predictions. Here we go. Thursday night football, Denver Broncos at the Kansas City Chiefs this week. Some controversial calls have been benefiting the Chiefs in recent weeks. There will not be any controversy in this win for Andy Reid. Okay. Chiefs 33, Broncos 17.
I agree.
You agree?
I agree.
Move on.
Yep.
Sunday games. Now we play in London in the morning, which is cool because it's early football.
Titans.
Washington Commanders at the Atlanta Falcons, even though they're playing in London. 3-2, the Falcons have won every home game this season. They're not technically home, but they are the home team in London. They're going to go 4-0 at home. Falcons 21, Commanders 15.
Wasn't that last week?
No, that's this week.
I thought this week was the Ravens versus Titans.
That's the next game. There's 2 games in London this weekend.
Oh, duh. I missed that one totally.
Baltimore Ravens, Tennessee Titans.
I'm
going with the Ravens on this one. The Titans are, interestingly, 2-0 at home, 0-3 on the road. Technically, the home team for this game is the Ravens. And so the Titans, I think, are going to lose this, but it's going to be close. 24-20 Ravens.
Yeah, 4-point spread. Yeah, I'll take it.
1 p.m. games, Minnesota Vikings, Chicago Bears. So here's the deal. The winner of this game gets out of the NFC North cellar, okay? And even though the Bears, won last week, I don't think they can put together 2 good weeks. I'm going to go with the Vikings on this. Vikings 27, Bears 20.
I'm going to go with the Bears.
All right.
Same score.
All right. Seattle Seahawks, Cincinnati Bengals. Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and the Bengals offense last week kind of looked like they were back on track, getting things going again when they played the Cards, beat the Cardinals. But the Seahawks, this is going to be a close game. I'm going to go with the Bengals. Bengals 24, Seahawks 23. Nail biter right down to the end.
So field goal?
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't watched them play, so I can't really. I'll stay with that one. Yeah.
San Francisco 49ers at the Cleveland Browns. Do we really have to even say this? Niners. Okay. Even though the Browns are coming off a bye week this week, look, the 49ers are just way too good with Brock Purdy leading their offense, and it's not even going to be close. Niners 27, Browns 14. Okay.
49ers. All I can think about is
Yeah, that's what you should be thinking about. You should think about
eh,
destroyed the Cowboys. Destroyed them.
they murdered us. I mean,
Sorry. Anyway.
we knew going in that game it was going to be a beating. I mean, we
Yeah,
had a little
right,
more hope it was going to be a little stronger.
Right. Check out Scooter Magruder's Week 4 NFL NFC conference video. Very good. Niners had a bye week called the Cowboys. That's from C-Lad. Nice comment. All righty. New Orleans Saints at the Houston Texans. This game, here's the deal. The Saints, I think, last week took a step forward in their shutout win over the Patriots.
Yeah.
Are they a great team? No, they're not.
Used to
Saints are not a great team, okay? However, I do think the defense is going to wreak some havoc on C.J. Stroud this week. I'm going to go with the Saints 21, Texans 13.
Yeah. So far, you're on point what I'm thinking.
Indianapolis Colts, Jacksonville Jags. Now, the winner of this game leads the AFC South. A lot on the line for this one. The Colts, not very impressive this year. The Jags have shown a lot of juice. I'm going with the Jags. Huh?
They beat the Bills.
Yeah. I'm going with the Jags over the Colts 28-17.
Yeah, definitely.
Carolina Panthers, Miami Dolphins. Fins. Going with the Fins. Panthers can't match the Fins on either side of the ball during this game. And it's going to be more than 2-point score game. Dolphins 31, Panthers 15.
Yeah, they say the spread on it's 13.5 Dolphins in favor.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sunday late games. New England Patriots at the Las Vegas Raiders.
Patriots.
Zero confidence in either of these teams. Okay.
It's tie.
Right.
0-0.
Having said that, the Pats last week couldn't even put up a field goal in week 5. The Bill Belichick era is over. The Tom Brady era is over.
The legend freaking coach.
It's over. I'm going Raiders 21, Patriots 13.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Patriots 3.
Yeah. Well, Detroit Lions, Tampa Bay Bucks. I'm going to call this my upset game of the week because Baker Mayfield and the Bucks have the bye week to prepare here, but something's going on in Detroit. Detroit is tough, man.
Detroit came out of nowhere. And
Lions 27, Bucks 24.
Yeah, definitely.
That's what I'm calling.
I'm still baffled they won a Super Bowl.
Arizona Cardinals.
Yeah.
Arizona Cardinals. Los Angeles Rams. Rams 0-2 at home. And that's why they win this game. They got to get a home victory. Rams 28, Cardinals 20.
Yeah.
Philadelphia Eagles. Go Birds.
Who?
Philadelphia Eagles. Go Birds.
Never heard of them.
At the New York Jets.
Jets.
You're
By
picking
6.
the Jets just because you don't like the Eagles.
I freaking hate the Eagles.
You're not. That's not an educated. That's Jets upset, C-Lad. Come on. No way.
Hey, the Jets used to do it
Listen,
to the Patriots.
Here's the deal. Zach Wilson's play has improved, and the Jets are showing sign of lives, but the Eagles signs of life, but the Eagles are stacked. Eagles 31, Jets 14.
28-31 Jets.
Stop. No way it's happening.
It's happening.
Sunday Night Football. The New York Football Giants at the Buffalo Bills.
The New York Football Giants.
Bills coming off a London loss to the Jags. And that is really, really bad news for the Giants because they're going to take no prisoners. This is going to be a bloodbath.
That's so true.
Bills 34, Giants 9.
9? You're
9.
optimistic. Wow.
3 field goals. 3 field goals.
Daniel Dimes gonna throw a touchdown?
Nope. Never get there.
Damn, that poor guy.
34, Giants 9. Monday Night Football prediction. Dallas Cowboys, who suck, at the Los Angeles Chargers. And the Cowboys have looked really impressive in their win and really bad in their losses. And that's how many interceptions did just
3.
I didn't really watch the game. I just might have missed
3.
that.
3.
How many? Sorry. Wait a
3.
minute. How many?
We've caught up to Jalen Hurts.
In one game?
Yeah, we caught up to you.
Oh, okay.
Took us a while.
In one game.
Well, it took us 4 games to get there.
No. But you caught up in one game.
Well, we don't want to leave you.
You
behind.
threw 90% of what Jalen Hurts has thrown in 5 games in one game. Just saying.
I'm pretty mad at Dak. Okay.
You should be, because he sucks. Dallas Cowboys.
The
Los Angeles Chargers.
49ers, we knew going into the game they're going to kill us.
You did not.
Yeah, I never was.
Did not.
No, I was not arrogant with the Cowboys. I thought it was going to be a close game, though. I knew they were going to beat us. I knew it was going to be fucking 42-10. I thought it was going to be 38, something like that.
It was like Christmas for me.
And then I saw that you guys won. I saw you guys that won, and then we lost. I'm like, Monday's going to suck.
I want to actually, I want to address a comment that has come through.
Which one?
And that was, I think it came from C-Lad. I'm not sure, but it was
this one?
You guys. Oh, there it is. That one. Eagles have not been power winning. All their wins have been close.
It's true.
So let me ask you something, C-Lad. Is do they hand out the Lombardi Trophy for Week 5?
Oh, you're saying not playing yet? You're just hanging around, right?
No, I'm saying the goal is to peak at the right time and stay healthy, and to improve each and every week.
So you're just holding the throttle back.
And what's that?
You're just holding the throttle back, right?
And we're not showing everything. We're not showing everything.
Okay. Uh-huh.
All right?
Yeah, sure.
Just saying. We'll peak at the right time.
Uh-huh.
You'll see.
So will we.
Yeah. You'll peak on the couch just like every other year, week 2 of the playoffs. Monday Night Football prediction: Dallas Cowboys, Los Angeles Chargers. Going with the Bolts. Chargers 30, Cowboys 24.
Disagree.
Dak Prescott with 2 more interceptions.
That guy. Oh, you're gonna be all flustered about him. He gets 2 more interceptions. No. We'll put Trey Lance in. We'll see what he can do.
That's the Alpha Men on sports tonight. And
yeah, we need to get out of this
your
segment.
team sucks?
No, I'm not answering it. Drink after that.
All righty, like Dave Portnoy on Barstool Sports, one bite pizza review. 1 bite, everyone knows the rules. This is real or fake news. Everybody knows the rules. We're going to give you 3 headlines. John, your mission, and you playing along at home, is to spot and identify the real story of these 3 headlines. 2 headlines are fake. One of them is real. Which one is the real story tonight? Real or fake news? All right.
Fake news.
Here are your headlines. Texas pitmaster goes viral after pouring his award-winning barbecue sauce over sweat sock and eating it. Texas pitmaster goes viral after pouring his award-winning barbecue sauce over sweat sock and eating it. That's headline number 1.
I hope that's
Headline
free.
number 2. World's first AI grill promises to cook the perfect steak in 90 seconds.
90 seconds. Holy crap.
World's first AI grill promises to cook the perfect steak in 90 seconds.
Well, after the obituary, I kind of believe it.
That's headline number 2. And then headline number 3. Small Iowa town holds bake sale to balance city budget. Small Iowa town holds bake sale to balance city budget.
It's something.
Two of
Sounds like
those stories are fake. One of them is real. Which one's the real one?
that sounds like something I grew up in. When I grew up in Orange, we would do something like that. Town hall, bake sale. When you do traffic light, we never had one.
Right.
God, I don't think the first one's real. The sock one. If it is, that's disgusting. The AI steak maker. That sounds right.
Mm-hmm.
And the bake sale sounds real too. I'm based on the obituaries. I'm gonna go with the AI thing.
Ding, 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 ding. You are correct. All right. Sear Grills has created the perfecta. All right. Are they cooking steak on your car? They could have this morning. Sear Grills has created the perfecta, an AI-powered grill. The company says makes a perfect steak in just 90 seconds. There you see a picture of it. Kind of looks like a toaster, doesn't it?
Sideways toaster, yeah.
Yeah. The steak is held by ultra-hot grills vertically in the device with some similarities to it. Oh, there it is. Some similarities to a toaster. However, it's going to come with a not-so-perfecta price. $3,500
For a perfect steak.
For a grill that cooks the perfect steak in 90 seconds. $3,500.
Nope. Nope. I'll cook it on my grill.
Yeah. Although 90 seconds, John.
No. I like
90 seconds. Yeah, I do too.
There's
It's
no
like
way.
the only time people leave me alone. Like I get to go outside. I don't have estrogen flowing all over the place around me with my daughters and wife and everything. I can go drink a beer at the grill and everybody leaves me alone. So I like it too. So congratulations. You got it this week. Real or fake news on the Alpha Men podcast.
God.
All right. Beers on tap tonight. We're not going to do beers. We're going to do alcoholic beverages this week. Because I didn't find anything after my car burned to the ground this morning.
I see.
That spoke to me in the beer cooler. However, this did. Because it says punch on it. And I got punched this morning right in the face.
Hey, I Jack Daniels
with what
a
happened
couple weeks ago.
What's that?
I had a Honey Jack a couple weeks ago.
You had the Honey Jack. This is Down Home Punch.
It's good stuff.
Yep. I've never had it. It is a malt beverage, 4.8% per volume. And the company says Down Home Punch is a masterful flavor combination of classic Jack Daniels with sweet and sour punch. The sweet tastes of peach, cherry, and orange are blended together to create a tasty beverage worthy of Southern hospitality. 4.8% per volume. So it's not a big alcohol thing. And you got something that I've had.
This is good stuff.
I did a bunch of bar promos a couple of years ago where I went around and threw Not My Father's Root Beer t-shirts at people in bars and did, specials and games and all kinds of crap with them.
All right, Jake.
I will tell you a story. I will tell you a story about that after I take a sip of this.
So I got a little bit left. I got to drink mine. That was good. 5.9% alcohol by volume. Premium malt beverage with natural and artificial flavors. Caramel for color. Tastes like a root beer with a kick. I love it. This is good.
I like the down home punch. I give it a out of 10. I give it a 7. It's pretty good. Pretty strong score.
I'll give us 8.5.
I will tell you a story about my father's root beer, not my father's root beer. When I was doing bar promos with Not My Father's Root Beer, they were paying me to go play games with people in bars and throw T-shirts at them. I had it, and I really liked it. It's good stuff.
It's very good. It's smooth.
And I came home one night, and I said to my wife, "Man, this stuff is really, really good. You got to try it." And we were going to a picnic that evening. And, you know, the kind of picnic where you're sitting around a campfire for 4 or 5 hours pounding beers, you know, that kind of picnic.
Yeah.
She went and bought me 2 6-packs of that to take to the picnic. Now, it is good, but it is not, and I repeat, not hey, I'm going to throw back 6 or 7 of these in a row. It's very heavy.
It is very heavy.
Very, very heavy. I went to this picnic, and I had 3, and I thought I was going to die. Okay. Like,
I like the taste of it.
It's good. It's good. It's really good.
I like root beer, and that's got a good flavor to it.
Make sure you check it out wherever you buy beverages. Not My Father's Root Beer, and also Jack Daniel's
Downtown
Punch.
Down home.
Yeah. That brings us to parting thoughts tonight.
That does.
And this one isn't easy tonight because, first of all, more and more details are coming out about what happened in Israel over the weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, with Hamas attacking Israel.
Yeah.
Taking hostages, women, children, raping them in the street. I mean, it's horrible. It's horrible. Today, we see protesters in the major cities supporting Hamas. And if you can support that, I don't know what the hell kind of human being you are. Okay? And people will say, well, Israel's the real evil. No, I'm sorry. They're not. Okay? Hamas lobbed hundreds and hundreds of rockets into Israel, sent hundreds and hundreds of terrorists across their border this past weekend, killed hundreds and hundreds of people without warning, without provocation. And I have to tell you, when Israel retaliates, they're the evil country. And when they retaliate, they do what we did. You know, when we bombed Nagasaki and Hiroshima in World War II, we didn't just bomb Nagasaki and Hiroshima. We dropped leaflets leading up to those bombs being dropped saying, get out of these cities. Get away from Nagasaki. Get away from Hiroshima. We warned people.
Yep.
Okay? Israel does the same thing. Israel does the same thing when they retaliate and fire rockets into the Gaza Strip. They go in and they drop leaflets saying, leave, because we're going to blow this place up. There's a difference between that and sending thousands of terrorists across the border and rockets without provocation and killing innocent women and children, and specifically kidnapping people and targeting women and children.
I'm on Twitter right now, kind of strolling.
Yeah.
And they, one of the newest stories, which got me all shook up a little bit, but they beheaded over 40 babies.
Oh, it's absolutely horrid. There was a music festival. There was a music festival in Israel this weekend. 260 people killed instantly at the music festival.
But babies.
No, I get it. Because that's what terrorism is. Okay? So let's break this down for you before we go tonight. And I don't want to get too overtly political about this, but somebody has to connect the dots in this situation. Okay? Iran is funding Hamas. Iran is right next to Afghanistan. President Numbnuts just gave Iran $6 billion. Not to mention, we left billions and billions and billions of dollars in Afghanistan. Again, right next to Iran. We left all that military equipment. It's all there. Okay? So, connecting the dots, Iran is cozying up to Russia and China. Russians are fighting a war in Ukraine. We're fighting a proxy war in Russia and Ukraine. We've dumped billions of dollars into Ukraine with zero accountability, by the way, for any of it. Mm-hmm. We've depleted our military stockpiles, our supply of armaments and ammunition to dangerous levels. And then along comes Hamas, who attacks Israel with, by the way, money and weapons probably funded by the U.S. government or the black market. It's probably the weapons that were left in the desert in Afghanistan, or the $6 billion that Joe Biden gave Iran. They just turned around and gave it to Hamas to do this. So now we have Russia, who's got us involved in two conflicts because they know that the United States is just not going to sit by and do nothing with one of our greatest allies in Israel.
And there's an election coming up.
No. So divide your opponent and overwhelm them, and you win.
Yeah.
And that's what Vladimir Putin is doing right now. He's pulling the strings on all of this. Just so you know. And that's the parting thought tonight on the Alpha Men podcast. Thank you so much for joining us. Listen, we're back next Tuesday night. Same bad time, same bad channel, 8 o'clock on YouTube, on Twitch, on Rumble, and on Facebook Live, on Spotify, and on Pandora.
And I'll be in Michigan, so I'll be on the road for this one.
Okay.
For next week.
We'll make it work. We'll see you next Tuesday night. Take care.
See you guys. Thanks.